This is how things started for me.
Kevin Paffrath, also known as Meet Kevin, still thrives financially after years of getting in the game. With 1.83 million YouTube subscribers, his passive income is what gives him the financial resiliency he has right now. But it does make you wonder, how does he do it? How does Meet Kevin make passive income? He earned his real estate license in 2010, the same year he established his YouTube channel, and immediately started purchasing condemned properties, fixing them up, and renting them out. Today, he purchases, repairs, and leases homes in Southern California through his real estate company, the Paffrath Organization. His YouTube channel covers a broad variety of topics. Here are a few tips from Meet Kevin that has helped him succeed in earning passive income. Number 1. Rent out useful household items. It would be ideal to put renting out your property number 1 since that's Kevin's specialty, but we have decided that if you wish to follow these tips, it would be best to start small. It's good to familiarize yourself with the field first if you're just learning. Maybe your neighbor needs a lawnmower, a tent to use over the weekend, maybe even a toolbox. Look for expensive products that people occasionally require and where owning the item might not make sense. Then, create a way for customers to find your items and a method to pay for them. Here, you may start small and then grow if there is demand on a specific item. Find out where there is a need for the items you carry and then go out and find them rather than keeping them on hand. After a few uses in certain situations, you may be able to recover the item's worth. However, there is a risk that the items you rent out could be returned damaged or, worst case, lost or broken. This is where you can practice holding clients accountable by putting together a contract that would cover you and the client's responsibilities towards each other and the items you have provided. Make sure you do a thorough research with what and what's not acceptable by law. Pay close attention to liability concerns, especially if you're renting out potentially harmful equipment. Number 2. Consider opening a high-yield savings, or a CD. This is by far one of the easiest ways to earn passive income, and it only takes a few minutes to get started. You can earn a passive income and receive one of the highest interest rates in the nation by opening a high-yield certificate of deposit or savings account at an online bank. Make sure you search for the best savings accounts or CD rates. Researching online banks is typically a lot more advantageous because you'll be able to choose the best rates in the nation. The main drawback is that although these accounts are secure, they currently return less than they did in the past, and that return may be little in light of last year's mid-single-digit inflation, which reduced the real purchasing power of your money. However, storing your money in cash or a checking account that doesn't pay interest will result in lower returns than a CD or savings account. For sure, Kevin does not keep his passive income money in a piggy bank on a dresser by the bed. Number 3. Rental revenue. Renting out real estate is a good strategy to generate passive income, but more effort than individuals anticipate is frequently required. You risk losing your investment if you don't take the time to understand how to make it profitable. To generate passive income from rentals, according to John H. Graves, author of The 7% Solution, you can afford a comfortable retirement. You must decide on 3 things. 1. Your desired rate of return on investment. 2. The overall costs and expenses for the property. 3. The costs associated with owning the property, similar to any other decision. There are a few things to think about before making a final choice. Is there a market for your property? What if a tenant damages the property or makes late payments? What happens if you can't rent it out? Your passive income could be severely impacted by any of these factors. Kevin didn't take the real estate game easy. He didn't give up when things got tough. Number 4. REITs. Real Estate Investment Trust is a fancy word for a business that owns and manages real estate. REITs have a unique legal structure. It allows them to pay little or no corporate income tax if they distribute the majority of their earnings to shareholders. These can be bought in the stock market, just like a dividend stock. Since the best REITs typically increase their dividend on an annual basis, you could accrue a growing stream of dividends over time. You will earn whatever the REIT pays out in dividends. However, in order to identify and select the best REITs, you will need to do a thorough analysis of each potential target company, which will take some time, even though it's a passive pastime. If you don't know what you're doing, you could lose a lot of money. Like any stock, the price is subject to significant short-term fluctuations. Number 5. Become an influencer. Create a YouTube channel. This may sound different than the first few tips we have given, but this is one of the ways Kevin makes passive income. It'll always be important to know your niche. how to formulate your content to keep your followers engaged, and making sure that you're constantly putting content out there to be consumed by viewers. With several competitors out there, the risk of being drowned out in the crowd is big, but with the right strategy and tactics, you too can earn passive income from this like Kevin does. These tips may sound a bit challenging, especially if you're a beginner, but something you have to understand is that no one got rich by working a 9-5. If you don't look for ways to make passive income, you may never be able to leave the rat race. Kevin may make it look easy, but it's safe to say that he too had taken risks to get to where he is now. And if you are one of those that like to take risks, then watch this next video.